Alright, so Saw 4. Still going with the Saw-a-thon. Um, this one wasn't as good as I remember it. I remember always being a fan of this one, but today it just didn't grab me. The effects, the traps and everything were cool. The blood and guts were cool. It's just a little too much of a story this time compared to 1 and 2. Um, there were some cool elements though. Um, this one acts more like a prequel slash sequel. Um, so they end up, the cops end up grabbing John, Jigsaw's ex-wife, and during the interrogation, she's basically giving the history of what led up to all of this. Um, Basically, it's all because some drug addict fucking caused a miscarriage, and then John gets diagnosed with cancer and gets in a horrible car accident. He survives and decides to start making people appreciate life in his own way, so to speak. Um, so that was kind of cool to see. Um, this one focuses on the rescue of Donnie Wahlberg's character. Um, the task force is looking for him. They think they've tracked him down. They're hunting for him, and now another missing cop, Detective Hoffman. All while Jigsaw is using this other cop in a game, leading him and luring him to find Donnie and Hoffman, but making him do the dirty work, so to speak. Having him set up games to make other people appreciate life. Um, the most memorable one being this scummy motel manager who's managed to beat like what 3 or 4 rape cases, and he's just a scumbag setting cameras up in the rooms to watch people and shit like that. But yeah, that the way they did that one was sweet. That one was just bloody, and the eye tortures. Ugh, eye shit. Sometimes I'm okay with it, sometimes it fucking hurts, and that one just sucked. Um, what else was there? The teacher and her husband impaled together, and if she pulls the rods out of herself, he's gonna end up bleeding out because the poles all end up going through vital organs of him, but she'd live if she pulled them out. Um, the ice blocks, that was just genius. So you see Donnie's character. It's been 5 months since the last Saw, and they're still looking for him, like I said. But when you finally see him, he's obviously a lot scruffier because he's been in a warehouse for 5 fucking months, and he's got a chain around his neck suspended to the ceiling, his busted ankle in a metal brace, and both of his feet are on an ice block that have heat lamps facing it. So once the heat block melts, he's gonna fucking hang himself. But above him as well are some massive ice blocks, and goddamn, that shit's just sinister looking. Just seeing it on TV, you're just looking at that like, what kind of sick fuck came up with that shit? I love it. Oh, and the very fucking beginning starts off with fucking Jigsaw's autopsy. That's fucking cool. That's when you see Hoffman and the other cops. And as they're doing the autopsy and they cut open the stomach, you see a tape fall out. well, you see a wax thing fall out, and they cut it open, and there's a little audio tape. And if you pay close attention in the third one, you'll actually see him pouring candle wax out onto a metal table over a small cassette. So the small attention to details there are fucking dope as shit. I really enjoy that. Anyways, after the autopsy, the first fucking trap starts. And it's one poor bastard chained up to a fucking motor with his eyes sewn shut. On the other side, another poor bastard chained to the same motor but on the opposite end with his mouth sewn shut. So one can see and one can speak. And that doesn't end too well. that was fucking brutal. I fucking loved it. Fucking blunt force trauma right there, folks. It was just beautiful. Gotta love a good hammer bludgeoning. We get someone else strapped to a chair with metal blades on their wrists and their ankles, and they're told and then they have a cage of blades put over their faces like this. And they're told if they push their face, because they have to make their outer appearance as ugly as their insides. He's got to forcefully push his face through the blades, and that will release him so he won't end up bleeding out in the middle of a fucking warehouse. Something really, really funny happens after that. I don't wanna spoil it. For those of you who've seen it, you fucking know what I'm talking about. That shit was hilarious. Yeah, so like, it's an enjoyable film. Don't get me wrong. I'm not bashing the movie when I say there's too much story. It's just that compared to 1 and 2, this one's fairly weak, and even though part 3 is almost a half an hour longer than this one, I felt that part 3 still moved faster than this one did. So that's my main gripe with part 4. The introduction of Hoffman was pretty good. I enjoyed that. But again, like, I remember going to the theaters and watching that autopsy scene on the big screen. Man, that autopsy scene is a great way to kick off a movie. Thoroughly enjoyed that. Just, it does suck that it does mark the end of an era for the Saw franchise when you see Jigsaw like that. Or is it really the end? Because you still hear his voice throughout the whole movie. Leave that up to you to decide. And I'm gonna jump into part 5 either tonight or maybe tomorrow. Just because I remember not really liking part 5. I'm not really all that hyped up to watch it right now. But it will get done. I'm hoping that as time passed and things change, I'm hoping that I end up liking part 5, because I left the theater fucking pissed when I saw that one. Fingers fucking crossed, folks. But yeah, with Saw 4, there's no more Amanda. Fucking kill you, cunts. There's no more Amanda, but we get to see a new person working. There's actually a couple people that I really like in this one how he gets people in the traps to set up other traps for other people. So it's kind of like they're not apprentices, but I guess they're kind of like accomplices now. Not to the degree of the intern or whatever you want to call them from the previous entries, but these people are just like pawns in a game of chess right now. They're just being used, and if they make it, they make it. If not, Jigsaw doesn't really give a fuck if these ones live or not. He cared about the other one. But, yeah. Halfway through the saw-a-thon, folks. It's been fun so far. Let's keep the fun going. Thanks for watching. Stay sleazy. Peace.